But it's more for me, it's not just the money, it's also the freedom that I now get. It's being in charge of my own life, being able to have all the opportunities that I have now, like being able to make decisions on how much I want to earn and all those other things. And even though I've had so much more freedom off the back of doing this, I no longer have to go sit in a basement for 45 hours a week. I no longer have to sit in appointments every day like I did with my nail business. I've managed to break through both those things. And all three parts of that, like, really upgraded my life in the process. And that's what the Freedom Club HQ is all about, helping you guys to upgrade your life. Whether that's, it doesn't matter what stage it is, we're at this stage now, but we weren't 10 years, I wasn't 10 years ago. And so whatever stage you're at, helping you to make that step towards the life that you want. And I think there's three things for me that especially come into that, and that's having the money, because if you don't have that money, everything else is really difficult. Having that freedom, so not building a business like I did with my nail tech business to start with, where I was burning myself into the ground, like I was working stupid amounts and never seeing my kids. Like, that is not a successful business in my opinion. And now Tech Tribe, which we grew, which literally is this figure here. And so what I wanted to do just really quickly is just run down, because I think it'll be really helpful for those of you that are just starting out, or those maybe you've been going a while and you're like, how the hell do we make this kind of money? First of all, this was over almost 5 years. The majority of it was probably over the last 3 years, because the first couple of years, it took us a little bit of time to get going. But I'll give you a brief overview of that. So we started like I was saying, we started our free group. This was a free Facebook group in November 2019. January, made my first £600. I sold 3 £200 courses in our first launch, which was devastating and exciting at the same time. We launched my first membership, which is the Nail Business Success Club. We launched that in February, and we had 16 founding members. Went into lockdown, worked my frigging arse off during lockdown. And by that September, so we were talking about 10 months pretty much after we first started that free group, I was really lucky to have my first £10,000 month. That November, so 1 year in, so month 13, we had our first £19,000 month, which blew my mind. And that was at the moment that it changed my life. And we've had monthly recurring revenue of over that, like, ever since. And so that's why we have this kind of figure, because I grew a business that didn't need new sales every single month, which is my biggest recommendation, to have some kind of monthly recurring revenue in your business and passive income. And a membership, for me, the biggest part, and my team sometimes ask this as well, where do I spend my time? What is it that I'm doing? Running the membership is really great with regards to it being a passive income, with the point that I don't need to keep producing new content all the time. I don't need to keep bringing new things out all the time. People roll over and they pay monthly, or they'll pay on an annual basis. The effort for the membership goes into the selling of it. So it's the marketing of it. And for us now, it's about how we automate that and make that side of it more passive as well, which we're working on at the moment. So that's me being honest completely about it. But what I wanted to do also quickly is just show you the breakdown. So when I was having a look at this, there's 4 main areas that we have spent, that we have made this figure on. Let me just bring this up again. Okay. So the main way, and looking at it, this is like 95% of our revenue came from our membership. So this is, we call it the NBSC, Nail Business Success Club. So that's our membership there. So that's where a big chunk of it came. And that's down to the monthly recurring revenue. The second biggest thing we did, but again, all the other 3 areas only made up 5% in total. Mini courses, which we only started doing this year. Actually last year, so almost a year now. We've brought in over 20k of those, so we're looking at under 5%, right? Well under 5%. We've done sponsorship, is another way that we make money, and affiliation. That we're only at about 10k for that, because again, we've only just kind of started doing that this year. And lastly, one-to-ones. Sorry, this is a bit messy. And again, we're looking at probably under 30k. Can you do that for it? Yeah. So you can see, out of that, under 70,000 of it is other stuff. 1.1 million of it was our membership, which blows my mind. Now, it's not the only way to build a passive income stream. There's lots of other ways. You could do more in digital products. But I really just wanted to just go through one or two of like the big mistakes that I think I made in making this. First of all, I think this, in hindsight now, what I know this year, one of the biggest mistakes we made was only selling our membership for the first 4 years. We didn't sell, other than the one course that I told you that I made £600 on, we only sold one membership. That was it. We didn't have anything else for sale. And in a way that was good, because it meant that we really got that working and got that increasing. But that was the only thing we sold. Now Business Success Club has been the only thing that we sold up until late last year. In hindsight, and knowing what I know now, I absolutely would be selling more different things. Because even though that dilutes like us, what it is that we do and the growth of it, I feel like the audience can get a little fatigued if you're selling the same thing over and over again, and it puts a lot of strain on having to build new audience after new audience after new audience, which obviously your business needs. But we could have probably made a lot more money had we sold more mini courses, more one-to-ones. Not sure. I don't really sure if I want to carry on doing too many more one-to-ones because they're not so passive. And business for me now is all about making it more passive and not less. And sponsorship, again, is something that I would like to grow. So that's me being totally honest with everything, putting cards on the table, showing you what it is that we've made, how we've made it. And hopefully you found this really helpful, and good luck with your own businesses. See you later. Bye.